I'll start with just injury thing. I think we're pretty healthy. Searcy was the only one that did not return with an ankle, and I think he should be. I think he'll be fine. But he was the last one that did not go back in the game. Everybody else went back in, so we're pretty healthy, with the exception of Richard, obviously.
Where was the run game that you found in the last 2 series?
I made some adjustments. That's what you do. They did an outstanding job of stuffing us, and we came in at halftime, made some adjustments, and our guys kind of took it personal that we weren't running the ball very well, and I think that made a big difference, and obviously helped us win the football game.
You talked a lot about patience. Can you talk about another example today where you guys wasn't pretty all the way, but kind of broke through at the end? Can you talk about the finish?
Again, there's nobody on this team that is panicking and flustered and like some others. Our guys are very composed. Know how much time is left in the game, how many drives we have left in the game. That's just the way they are. That gives us a chance every time we play, as long as they believe in what we're doing, and they do.
Very similar to the first game against you guys?
Thank you. Yeah, very similar.
How big was the momentum swing when Byard recovers the fumble down there? That gave you some time.
That was obviously big. We had the option to go for it on 4th and 2. A lot of guys wanted to go for it. It was a long 2. I thought at the time the best thing for us to do was try to punt them and pin them back and make them drive the field. And, we get a turnover because of it. We were due one anyhow. At some point, the way our guys were playing defensively, and just so happens that one time, we made a good decision to pin them back and get the ball.
Were you 7 or 8 sacks a part of that decision? Yeah, I think that was 7 sacks at that point when you decided.
Yeah, I mean, they hit one big run there at the, I think it was Gore that scored, and other than that, it was our defense had done a pretty darn good job, especially with our turnovers that we did. And so I just felt like they had a long way to go, and let's make them earn it if they're going to do that.
What was the discussion like on the 3rd down? You got DeMarco out of the backfield there. What did you see?
Well, they played a lot of man coverage against us most of the day. I mean, pretty much the majority of the day, and we thought we could sneak them out the back door. And we call them rubs. A defender has to go through. We had multiple guys over there running shallow routes, trying to make that linebacker work to get through there. And it was very well executed. Fortunately, they played man. If they don't, we have another. We have another play we can go to, and another good play to go to it. But very well executed by our guys.
Talk about the impact that Derrick Henry had for you down the stretch.
Big. I mean, he made some runs that some were designed to bounce, some were not, and he made some yards, made some really good decisions by staying in bounds, made those guys eat the clock, and that last run was amazing. That put it away to where we could go to our victory formation, and it's just smart running on his part.
You know why he's been having some success here the last few weeks while DeMarco's kind of struggling?
No rhyme or reason. Some of the runs we put him in specifically designed for him, and some designed for DeMarco. But no, I mean, he's hit some big runs, and we blocked him pretty well too.
How unusual is it to come back and play down in the second half and not have it on the quarterback's shoulders to win the game?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I hadn't thought about it that way. There was so much time left in the game. There was, we felt like we could still run the offense. We wanted to see how the adjustments in the run game were going to pan out. They did. We hit a couple of the same ones over and over before they could go back to the sideline and adjust. We just kept running some of the same plays, and just felt like if we could get a drive together, I just felt like we had the momentum, especially after we got the turnover for the score.
What happened on the 2 Mariota picks?
One was, I think it sailed on him. We had we had some pressure right in his face. I mean, no, that one we got undercut on it, and I just got the defender made a good play on it. The other one, I think it sailed a little bit because he had a guy right in his face.
Important for him to bounce back from that and
play the way he did.
He always does. It's important. He needs to keep doing that. I mean, not the interceptions, the bouncing back after negative plays. He needs to, and he does. You know, I don't need to tell him that. This guy can do it.
Was Delaney's CPR on his touchdownless streak or on your offense at that point? Or?
Was he? Was he what?
He's CPR on the football.
Oh, I didn't see. No, usually it's the next day I get to see all the celebrations. No, I'm just celebrating with the rest of the team.
I know all of them are important, but how critical to get out of here with a win?
This time of the year, all these games are very important to getting wins. Very important. So again, all the streaks that we keep having to face, we're trying to knock those off at the same time. You know, not intently, but it's important to win. If you want to win the division, you got to win the division games, and you got to win them on the road.
Again, without Richard, you got the unbelievable catch from Delaney on the throw over 3 or 4 guys, and his first touchdown.
Yeah, Delaney made some great plays. He has all year. He's played steady. He's a go-to guy. He takes a lot of coverage off other guys, and that was a big play for us to get that second score.
How big one Jones disrupted this early kind of set the tone?
Pretty disruptive, and that was important. That was a point of emphasis. We needed to put pressure on their quarterback to take the pressure off of our secondary, and I think our guys responded to that.
How good was it to see the breakthrough in sacks? I know the team pressures have been up, sacks have been down. To have a day like this, how good was it to see, and how much you hope it's a sign of things to come?
Well, I hope it gives them a little confidence in what we're doing, and you know, they can see we can be disruptive. I mean, it was a relentless rush. I mean, that helps. I mean, and I thought Coach LeBeau called a great game to get some guys freed up to put the pressure on them.
You kind of mentioned it, Mike. I know you haven't been here for all of it, but this franchise's first win in this building. How significant is that? How much pride do you take into that?
Not a whole lot. No, we have to win on the road, wherever it is. So, you know, probably just something more for you guys to write about that won't get to write about it again.
Did you, Johnston, just kind of a matchup situation when you go to
Yeah, with the snaps and really it came down to special teams. We feel like this is a team we had to match up very well. I told them the special teams was a game within a game. You know, they're very good. I think we're very good. And I wanted to get Nate Palmer up and Dodd even allow him to get some defensive snaps, and that's just the way it worked out.
We're short close?
Not for today, no.
What's your sense of him going forward?
Probably a day-to-day thing. I just thought it was a smart move on our part and his part to we got a lot of football to play.
With Taylor and Jayon, I know they
Taylor, you know, he's got an elbow, but he went right back in, didn't do anything, didn't tape it, nothing. Jayon just banged knees with the player.
Is that the best your four-minute offense has looked this year?
I'd say yeah, probably yeah. Looking back on it, especially with the struggles early in the first half of running the football, you got to be able to do that to win games in this league.
What did you see on the challenge?
I thought it was close. I thought it was very close, and I think they did too. That's why they rushed up to snap the ball. I got clearance from upstairs. Hey, it looks very close, and it is. It was close as Harry's. I mean, I don't know the difference, but looked like it was worth the challenge. You know, especially where the ball was put that tight down in the red zone.
With the touchdown run for DeMarco, I think Henry had a big drive. I think he didn't have Johnson finally open to sneak him in at fullback with all the attention on 22. Is that what the idea there was?
Yeah. Well, we didn't have a fullback, and we saw a play that if we could counter, you know, we had both of them step in the same direction. You got both those big backs going one way, and we countered them to get the flow going opposite of where DeMarco was going to hit it. So we needed a yard. Felt like if we could just hold up front, he'd get in there.
Do you anticipate the roof being open and when the guys have to pack both?
Yeah, no, we're always prepared. Our guys are great in regards to getting us dressed right, and the roof really had no issues for today.
Did you say anything to the front of the run game at halftime right there in the third to get them mixed up?
I think Coach Trubisky did. Coach did a good job at halftime, letting him know his feelings on the run game, and I think that set the tone. And obviously some adjustments we made.
Back key to your red zone defense, holding the field goals and stuff.
Big. That's what we've been doing all year. Difference in the game, especially when you turn it over to get to that point.
It's been a bad streak for Marcus in interceptions. Is this happenstance? Is it something that he's doing different?
Again, when you got a guy in your face, it's he can hold it and take a sack. I thought he felt like we had Taiwan pretty much wide open on the play. Thought he could get it in there, and the pressure was more than anything than the route or how they defended it. It was just the pressure in his face. No, I don't think it's a trend we're setting.
So that wasn't Taiwan just falling down on that play. You think he just sailed that he went ahead?
I think that ball was going where it was going.